in love with a white woman. Ugh. Gosh, scary. Scary times to be the black.
Uh-oh.
Well, that
Hello, Facebook, and goodbye, Eric Woodworth.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen cancel culture work so quickly.
Oh, wait, shit. Should I be recording this?
Yeah, someone's gonna have to record this.
Okay, all right.
And give it like today's date.
Oh, I have to get permission to record this.
Oh.
You know what? We can just
think about it.
Yes, you know what? Someone can. Okay,
Did I do it?
you did it.
Did I?
Recording in progress.
Okay, I was about to. I'll just rip it from the YouTube. It'll be fine.
Maybe we could get one of our listeners to hold up their voice memo to their computer speaker while we're streaming live. And then
Hey,
they
I
can
gotta
send us
say,
the-
there's been a Zoom. Zoom needs some work too. But there's been a couple episodes I've listened to this season where I'm like, God, this audio.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I have, I have my original sound for musicians is on. Do you guys have that turned on?
I think so.
Should I have it
fixed
on?
Mine.
Yeah, it should
What?
be on.
What?
Otherwise, it's doing noise canceling and that
Oh.
What
Oh,
are
I
we-
see.
What are we
Okay.
supposed to do?
upper left-hand corner of your Zoom screen.
Mm-hmm.
If you hover up there, you'll see next to recording, it says original sound for musicians.
And that improves your audio quality.
Yes.
Is anybody else picking up Aaron just in one ear now?
Yeah, Aaron is directly in my left ear.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making.
Why am I only in one? How is that?
I don't know, but I like
What
it.
if I turn off my original sound for musicians? How about that?
Okay, yeah. You sound fine. Yeah, you're fine. But I
It was
think
al-
like Eric needs it on.
Okay.
Mine's on for
Okay.
sure. I fixed
I'm back
it
in
on
both ears again?
Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I fixed it yesterday when I was on quality time because I got tired. People got tired of not hearing audio clips.
Oh,
So
okay.
that only I could enjoy.
Yeah. You were like, and then this happened, and then you're like,
Martin Sheen just tried to rape Jodie Foster. Isn't that hilarious?
What?
We watched the movie. Yeah, we watched The Little Girl Down the Lane. It's a movie about with Jodie Foster. Think of Home Alone, except instead of a burglar, he's trying to steal a 13-year-old's pussy.
oh, and she has
no.
to booby trap the house.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. It's just like, sorry, my dad's in the other room. You can't fuck me right now.
Hey, you know what?
That's
I
the
wish
movie.
Home Alone had the same stakes. That's what the Slippery Bandits were after. They wanted to fuck Macaulay Culkin. Then all that would have been justified, I believe.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, when Jodie grew up, she did a movie about home invasion, and Kristen Stewart played her daughter. It was called Panic Room.
Panic Room.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing that in the movie theater. Yeah.
Yeah, she learned her lesson. She's like, I'm
She
getting
keeps with
panic.
a theme.
All right, you guys ready to get started? Hey, what's up, everybody? We're going to get started now. In you ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Laughfinder.
Woo! Pew, 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 pew. Hey guys, welcome to Laughfinder, Baltimore's premier Paizo-based comedy podcast. I'm Tommy Sinbazzo, and I'll be playing Tantrum, the boy psychic. I'm rude, crude, and a real cool dude.
Oh, I like that.
I hope the slippery bandits don't get in here. Tear my pussy asunder. Yeah, guys, we've been off for a little break because this season is cursed, and it would always be the night of something would happen. Now, I don't want Ashley to think it's because of her, but I mean, they didn't let them on pirate ships.
Also, we do have the same rule that after 39 days, nothing that happens is gay.
Yeah. But I do see people over here. We got Dakota's in chat. I got Chuck in chat. Kelsey Swingle is swingled by. Alexander Reigel's there. So, hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? You know what? I will tell a story, one quick story about this show I did this weekend where I did a show in Southern Maryland, in California, Maryland. Share to my page. Yeah. I did a show in Southern Maryland. Man, what the fuck? Oh, well. Are we on Laughfinder? Yeah. Okay, it's not letting me just share. share now. There we go. I did a show in Southern Maryland and California, Maryland. I got down there. We had a host. He went up. We had an opener. She went up. And the feature act was running so late that at first the booker was like, hey, if she doesn't show up, you're going to have to do an hour. And this is after telling me I had to do like 35 minutes. So I'm like, oh, okay, let me frantically write down another 20 minutes of material. But then I'm on stage. Right before I went on stage, she was like, just do like 35 minutes. And I'm like, okay. So I'm up there, I'm on stage, I'm doing great. Everybody's loving the dumb shit that's coming out of my mouth. There's this drunk woman in the front that I'm just mocking mercilessly. Had the whole crowd laughing at her, and then I start getting the light. I'm in my last. I was like, "Hey, how much time do I got left? I don't want to keep everybody here all night," which is code for "Get me the fuck off the stage. I'm done." And I get flashed. I'm like, okay, so I got 5 minutes. I go into my last bit. While I'm in my last bit, I'm getting flashed, and then I'm like, okay. And then towards the end of the bit, I'm getting like a flashing light, and I have no idea what does this mean. I'm just going to fucking end it. So I end it, and everybody's like, oh, yeah. And I go and sit down. The host gets back up, and he was like, give it up for Tommy Simbazo, everybody. And he was like, now we have another special guest for you. And it was the feature who had ran so late that now she was doing her 20 minutes after my set, which is a bit of a slap in the face. It's kind of like, no, you were late. The show went on, but he put her up anyway, and her first 5 to 10 minutes, she could not get that crowd. Like, she was even up there like, is this on? Can you guys hear me? And I'm in the back, I'm like, yes, suffer. Or not. But then she turned it around. She found a hook that got the crowd, and she pulled them back in, and then she closed out really strong. Yeah, and I'm seeing her do well, especially when she called me out, and she was like, man, while on stage, she was like, you were hard to follow. Fuck, I did not want to get up here. And I was like, oh, stop it. And but then she was a very nice lady, and she's going to be at Magoobies in August. I'm going to swing by, but I don't like that. I don't like when if you're the headliner, don't put people up after you.
I agree with that, actually.
Yeah, that defeats the purpose of having a headliner.
I mean, also, how late do you have to be for the headliner to get done their set by the time you get there?
Well, apparently she must have got there like 5 minutes into my set, because she was like, I was watching you up there, and I was like, God, bring him down. Get him off the stage, please. I do not want to follow this. Sorry.
Fuck yeah.
I know what that's like.
So anyway, but speaking of not wanting to follow a person, this next person, I would not want to be second after a gangbang with them. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the beige mamba himself, Mr. Brian Preston. All I want to do is run a zoom, zoom, zoom in your boom, boom. It's stretched and wet. All I want to do is run a zoom, zoom, zoom in your boom, boom. I'm knocking the sides.
I really do call it that. Kobe. I thought it was the most respectful way to honor him, although shouldn't. Anyway, so a little story about in retrospect. Worst anyway. Moving on. I have an anecdote. Yesterday, I actually discovered that on HBO Max, they had a movie that played a very integral part in my own young life and development. Now, when I was 12, 13 years old, my parents and I, big lovers of art and culture, independent citizens on the rise at the time, they took me to the Museum of Modern Art, as we would always go to museums in New York every winter. And we're there, and they're like, well, you love independent cinema, Brian. We're going to watch this independent movie that they're showing. And it was a movie from 1986 called Working Girls that provided a stark look into the lives of a lesbian prostitute in a high-end brothel in New York City in 1986. Now, I can remember I was 12 years old, and about 20 minutes in the movie, this one gentleman asks one of the other sex workers that is with this woman to give him an around the world. Now, that is, of course, when a woman tongues a man's anus. Now, in the motion picture that my parents took me to see as a 12-year-old boy, she just licks her finger and uses that to simulate the tongue in the man's anus. And that is the point when I looked over at my mother and father and I said, I'm 12 years old. Should I be seeing this? And then we walked out. And now you can watch that movie on HBO Max. So
Have you watched it?
I actually
Was
watched
this
the whole
first
goddamn
time?
thing yesterday because I was like, wait a minute, is this the remember when I was a kid? I was like, this couldn't be the movie. I vividly remember that ass tonguing part doesn't come until 20 minutes into the movie. And I was like, man, so I was okay with the simulated blowing in this, but I was like, no. Also, I have a little funny anecdote for you, 12-year-old Brian, about things as an adult you will have done to women. All right, moving on. I'll be playing Masatsu Schneider.
All right. And now, moving on to a woman that I'm sure has never had her tongue in someone's ass or finger. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the coochie carnage herself, Miss Ashley Pontius.
You're right. I don't give, I only receive.
Nice.
Thank you for having me. I am playing Lilith Vindicta. I am a half elf rogue ready to do some stabbing of my own.
Nice.
I'm trying to think. Let's see. I performed at a Dave & Buster's the other night.
Yeah, I wanted to get on that show. I asked Joey. I was like, "Let me on that."
I might as well have been. No, it was
Yeah.
so first, that doesn't happen very often, is at one point I go to the bathroom and I'm about to blow it up, which I'm like standard to do.
Yeah.
And
David
as I'm
Buster.
about, yeah.
It's the most appropriate place to blow up a bathroom. It's the David Buster.
There is no bathroom I will not destroy. So I go in there to just drop a ton of heat and drop some tokens of my own. And as I'm in there and I'm about to shit, I just hear, and I'm like, oh, someone's been having too much fun down at the Ghostbusters game. So I tried to like hold it, and I couldn't, and so I went, and then I made her throw up more, I'm pretty sure. But I slipped her some extra toilet paper under the door, and I was like, "You do you," and I went back to the comedy show. But it was great. I will say the headliner and feature though, this was a little bit funny. I'm not going to say who it is, but they were late. So late, in fact, that I had to go a little bit long because they apparently went shopping at Arundel Mills instead of being inside the venue.
Oh, man.
But they got some sweet ass Nike though.
Oh man.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
DQ Blizzard.
All right. Yeah, they got an orange Julius and
Yeah.
some bourbon chicken.
Hold on. Hey, Ashley, can you stall? I have to see if the Green Knight's going to win.
I'm not finished eating this chicken with my hands next door. Well, speaking of eating with their hands, that's the only way that this guy told me to get the good stuff out of a porta-john. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for actor, writer, comedian, and professional nudist, Mr. Eric Woodward.
Oh, yeah. I'm back, baby. Reprising my role as Snatch Reaper. I'm a bit of a goofy guy, and I like to, mess around, do fun stuff. All right, cool. Hey. Anyway, Brian, do you think with the Around the World that you learned of at the age of 12, did it change the song by Digital Underground, All Around the World?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Same song.
All around the world, she was licking my ass, and I was feeling really good. Happened in my neighborhood.
I can't stop. I just think of Dan Aykroyd having his ass eaten. He's in that music video like a lot.
I always knew you were nothing but trouble, pal.
Eric,
Hold on. I want to. Ben has messaged us. Ben apparently can't play with us tonight, but he can watch. And based on Ashley's story, he wanted to tell us that last night at a bar, he watched a guy puke onto his food 3 times, go into the bathroom, come back, and then polish off what was left of his food.
Yeah. Good
Where
for
the fuck
him.
was he eating?
I don't puke apparently.
That's pretty gross. That's like a video Eric sent me earlier. Eric, what I was gonna say is nothing but BUTT trouble.
Nothing but trouble. All
What
right.
did you send her the video of the guy with the ipecac?
I don't know if I sent that one.
Oh.
That I do. I don't know if she's got the Epicac one, but I definitely did send. I sent her the one of the guy who'll pay $150 an hour to sit in your septic tank.
Oh,
and he like gets in and he rubs it into his face. I've never been more fucking completely disturbed by anything, except for just a quick shout out to anybody who's watching. I'm not going to take up much of your time, but I watched a movie that I need anyone who has Shudder to also consume. It's called The Unseen. I need you all to watch this. Stick with the first hour, because Act 3, the reveal of what lives in the basement, is the most tasteless thing you'll ever fucking watch in your life. Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, and that's me. I'm Snatch Reaper. Back to you, Thomas.
Well, now speaking of some guy that'll pay you money to sit in your septic tank, that's what this next person calls investigative journalism. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the WYPR rock guy, Mr. Aaron Hagen.
Hey, thank you very much, everybody. Very pleased to be back with you, my old friends. It's been a while, several weeks, since we've sat here in this virtual room together around this virtual table, existing in a virtual world where we are heroes, conquering evil and solving mysteries together. I am just one member of this magnificent team, a team member named LoJack, a detective, a hard-boiled detective who carries a dagger pistol and an Aldori dueling sword and has all kinds of investigative tricks that he can do, like interrogating people and devising stratagems and doing strategic strikes and figuring out red herrings and being streetwise and wearing disguises and generally supporting, being the sort of what was the straight man's name in The Odd Couple?
Felix?
Felix. I'm sort of the Felix of the group. I sort of amplify everybody else's antics by, being the buttoned up character on the show.
Okay. All right. You've been canceled 3 times on this show. And you once got so
canceled.
Drunk you fell asleep on Jim's floor.
Let's
not start thinking that you're
long-time
the
listeners of
Pope this
Laughfinder
show.
will know that listen, if you've been listening to the podcast for a long time, you've been with me when I've been alcoholic. You've been with me at times when I've been suicidal. And you know what? I've made it through. Here we are. I'm living my best life. And here, there's nowhere I'd rather be than with the other characters you see on this little Hollywood Square Zoom, ready to experience some more fantasy adventure.
Show us one more of your shitty tattoos.
I'll give you. Let's see. I'll show you.
I want to relive. I don't want this bit to ever die.
There's a heart.
Yeah.
There's a heart. Well, there's a bird next to it. On the
Oh,
side.
man.
Oh,
Here we
Ah.
go.
do you have a
Here's
matching bird on the other side?
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a bird
man.
over there.
Cool.
Gotta have
And here's
symmetry.
like some kind of a radio satellite thing.
Mhm.
But if you look carefully, there's actually a pull chain lamp at the bottom of it. So it's going
Oh.
through space, but it's got a pull chain lamp on the bottom of it.
Oh,
All right. And that's the end of bad tattoos for the day.
Hell yeah.
Over to you, Tommy.
All right. And speaking of bad tattoos, the only way that this one would ever be considered is if he was helping out on Fantasy Island with shoes on his knees. Ladies, please give it up for the one and only DM, Mr. Dorian Gray.
The plane. All right. I am, you know who I am, your GM, your friend and foe. So do we have a recap, or would you like me to?
Oh, yeah. I have my notes here, Game Master.
All right.
Previously on Laughfinder, we didn't do an episode And previously, the week before that, we also didn't do an episode. And the week before that, we also did not do an episode. But back in January 22nd, we encountered a skeleton wearing armor. He said hello to us. He seemed unthreatening. And he informed us that a group of shady guys had just run through there. They were running away from another guy who was walking around muttering to himself. The skeleton, harmless as he was distraught because he had lost his pet cat, a cat named Femur. So, by the way, those guys that had run through were carrying a bunch of stuff. They were looking over their shoulder. So we're expecting perhaps that we might meet them here on this episode or a future one. But more importantly, the skeleton gave us a bag of stinky cat treats. And we went about Tantrum, I should say, in a moment of clairvoyance, sat on the skeleton's lap and had a sense of his past. Tantrum saw how the skeleton died. It was a scene of zombies and skeletons coming over a wall. He caught an arrow to the chest. It was actually, he died, it turns out, according to this vision, in a battle at the Isle of Dread. This is a place where a powerful, evil sorcerer named Tarbathon lives. He wiped out an entire invading army. Golarion, the entire land of Golarion, has a big fucking problem with this Tarbathon sorcerer. Everybody wants to oust him. And then Tantrum hopped off the skeleton's lap and was like, "Oh, that was crazy." And then we went, the skeleton.
What bug was that poking me?
Gave us a healing potion and the cat treats. Then we headed north. We came upon the ruins of an ancient civilization. We start calling out for the cat. We avoided some traps. We actually set off some traps and got injured by them, but we found the cat ultimately, and we got some treasure. And we returned the cat to the skeleton McCoy. And that, my friends, if I'm not mistaken, brings us up to the presents.
All right. So, having successfully procured the cat, you take him back to McCoy, who is
real
practicing. Yes, he is practicing playing the bones.
Like Spoon Man? He's like,
yeah.
Okay.
And he says, "Oh, you guys are back. Hey, you didn't see. What? Wait, is that Femur?
Here's your cat, mister.
What? What? Really?
I want to use prestidigitation to make the cat sparkling clean before I give it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says, "Wow, I didn't think you guys would actually be able to find the cat. I mean, sure, there's 5 of you, and I technically don't have eyeballs, but
I've been able to track cats my entire life. I keep treats in my pockets."
Okay, so everyone give yourself 50 XP.
Nice.
We'll take it.
If I got 50 XP for every cat I found, man, I'd be a
Cat came
millionaire.
right to us. You can call us Pussy Magnet.
Don't call yourself that, kid. But
How many XP did you say? 50?
Mhm.
So we're all up to 380, 370 right now? Is that right? Or did I miss some other ones?
I don't keep track. I just wait till you guys tell me.
Fuck.
Just
Actually, we did just level up. I'm actually not sure where we're actually at. 'Cause I think
no, you should be at 50 actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
I'm
just
sorry.
leveled.
I was way behind. Okay, so now I'm
Alright.
at 50.
I was like,
okay.
are we about to be
We're all at
level
50.
Holy shit. We're going to level up again.
Yeah,
We're good.
But
I want to say to the skeleton, listen here, McCoy. There are a lot of things in this world that are tough to love. But your cat Femur, it's not one of them. You see, in this world full of deceit and double crosses, there's something about the simplicity of this cat Femur that just cuts through all the noise. We're happy to bring it back to you.
Hey, I want you to know I made sure nobody fucked the cat, too. So if I could get some extra XP, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, and this bird guy tried real hard.
He wanted to fuck this cat the entire time.
But if you did, you'd hope you killed it.
Apple Scrap, are you back?
Want that cat to have exit fries?
You want to fuck a cat and have it live, man?
Just walking away like, meow.
But he says, "Hey, I think this deserves a reward. Those guys that had just breezed through here, they did seem to be in a rush, so they dropped something. You can have it if you want. Who's carrying the mahogany register?"
Oh yeah, the mahogany register.
Not Ben.
I thought you had it.
Let's see items.
I'd like to try and pull it from behind someone's early
Inventory.
at a child's birthday party.
Is that an Arcana roll or an Athletics?
Actually, shit, can I do that?
It would be thievery, strangely enough, if you're not using actual magic.
Yeah, I don't have. One of us has it. Let's
Okay,
say that it's Snatch Reaper.
Hey, I got it right here. It was in my
The
tent pocket.
mahogany register.
You feel it like start to move.
Oh man, it's jumbling in my pocket.
It's one of those Bluetooth controlled vibrators you see on TikTok.
Feels really
There's
groovy against my
also
naughty bits.
something I forgot to mention to you all. The Midnight Reclaimers gave you what appear to be very plain cloth bags, but they are enchanted with abjuration magic. And they're enchanted with that so that if you put a cursed item in the bag, it will contain the effects of the curse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he hands you what looks like a sort of obsidian figurine with like almost 2 gems for eyes, and it has black wings, and the mahogany register opens and it turns to this page.
Holy crap.
Where are you putting that? Okay.
Look at this.
Do you want to read
All right,
that, Aaron?
listeners. Apparently, what we've been given by McCoy is a black-winged effigy. Let me see if I can make that bigger. World. Who has eyes that are less garbage than mine?
I can try. I got it nice and big. Please pardon my subpar art skills. I am not a painter at any rate. According to the tale of the ranger out of Jeb, is it Jeb or Geb? Geb managed to slay some unique bat while traveling the Mana Wastes. This apparently drew the ire of Lamashtu, who placed a curse on the ranger that caused her to be stalked by something we don't have an accurate description of. Some sort of winged, shadowy blob. She visited a druid who was able to transfer the curse into this carving, but whoever carries it now bears the curse. It should be fine if placed in an aberration bag. So,
what do you say we get out one of those pillowcases from the Midnight Reclaimers?
Not it.
And put that little figurine in there. I'll put it in here. Trick or treat. Put that figurine in my pillowcase, please.
All right.
Have some dum-dums.
Let's shove it in Mr. Snatch's pee hole.
So, listeners, you'll remember one of our larger missions here is that we've been sent with the Mahogany Register by the Midnight Reclaimers to collect a bunch of these cursed items, right? How many do we need to get?
Gotta catch them all? Is it a Pokemon situation or Warehouse 13 or Friday 13th?
Well, the thing is, the Mahogany Register sort of has a mind of its own. And it won't turn to pages that it doesn't think you need at the moment. Okay. But you understand that it's about 5.
Okay.
All right.
Can I see if I can I try a diverse lore roll to see if I can find out anything? Well, I rolled a 13, so probably nothing. But
let's see. So he says He says, "Yeah, it was a pretty strange scene. Um, they were in a hurry, and there was this guy just sort of following them slowly and sort of chuckling to himself. He didn't bother me. You'd be surprised if you're a skeleton, how many people leave you alone if you're just still, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
But
Probably want to stay away from dogs, though. Am I right?
yeah, because I have the cat.
By the way, Chuck said a winged shadowy blob. Is it Ashley's used pad?
Oh,
What do you think comes out of a woman, Chuck?
I don't think Chuck knows.
He only knows the fluids that come out of people's eyes in the X-Files.
Part I'm upset about. I'm just mad he assumed I used a pad.
Yeah, everyone knows she has a haunted diva cup.
So the trail from here is pretty easy to follow because it was a large group of people who were in a rush.
yeah. Follow those footprints.
So you follow the footprints. It takes you back through where you caught Femur. But then it goes beyond that, and you're starting to see more of the old Absalom. And
Ooh, look, a KB Toys.
Is that a Heckinger's?
Before they changed it to Hellingers.
let's see.
All right, listeners, we've been presented with a new game map on our virtual gaming board.
Can you imagine that there's some dad in the 80s who just had a really tough fucking day, and he walked in the door, he's like, hey, honey, what's wrong? She's like, I've been to Heckinger's and back today, babe.
Oh, man. I had a bunch of guys said that.
And she was like, are you down in the Lowe's?
All right.
All right. So everyone, I should unpause it, right?
Yeah.
1 second. Everyone can move 5 to 10 feet. I will tell you though that the rocks sort of make it sort of difficult terrain.
Yeah. It looks like there's some kind of grates in the floor as well. Is that?
Yes, they're really not that great.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. But they were the old grates of really old Absalom. Way back when that technology hadn't quite been perfected yet. And you're seeing to your left and right, the ground is sort of elevated and then elevated again. And you see the ruins of some really old buildings that just aren't as well made.
Miss Lilith, can you check for traps?
Yes, I will need the help of the game master though, since I'm on my phone. Sorry.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
All right. Lilith Vindicta makes a thievery roll. Well, actually, it's a perception.
Mm-hmm.
In which she is ranked as an expert. Boom. 25.
Hell yeah.
Nice roll.
You are confident that there are no traps
Okay.
in the immediate area.
Okay.
So how far down? I'd like to throw a little rock into one of the holes in the grates and hear what happens.
All right. Do you want to do it
Here
at the grate right here?
Yeah, the one in front of us. The
Well,
one that we're all standing around.
Aaron, I can already tell you what's down there. It's a guy in a septic tank.
Reporting.
He goes, hey, I paid $125 not to get rocks thrown at me.
try to be a turd.
Aaron, give me a perception roll.
All right, gladly. Game Master, stand by. All right. So we're
we
going
go.
to
Here's the
LoJack's proficiency. Oh, no, I can just do perception roll right here from the main thing.
Here we go.
Here we go. That's it's a 14.
Okay. What's noticeable is what you didn't hear.
Oh.
No, didn't hear anything hitting bottom, huh?
Nope. You didn't. You heard it hit, but it didn't sound like something solid on something solid.
Maybe someone else with good perception skills could throw one down there too.
Do any of us have light?
I have a literal lantern that I hold constantly.
If we cast light on a stone and throw it down there, we'd be able to see the rock going down. That's what I meant.
Hold on. Wait a second. I still might be able to help with a feat that I have here. I don't know if it can be used in this way, but let me see if I took that feat. Where is it?
I was gonna say, hearing nothing solid is Eric's bathroom habits.
Oh, this is full of flaming hot Cheetos poop.
So I have a feat called Call Implement, okay? And what I can do with this, it's I can tug on the bonds of ownership between yourself and your implement, causing it to find its way back to you. Could I drop my lantern down and then just make it come back to my hand after I drop it down? Game Master, I'll put this in the chat so you can see Call Implement here.
Is that a feat you have?
Yes.
Oh, so you can tug on the bonds of ownership. You look down and find that your implement has mysteriously appeared in your free hand, as long as the implement is with 1 mile. If your implement is attended by another creature, that creature can prevent the implement from teleporting away if it needs a will save against your class DC.
This is like a Thor's hammer scenario.
Yeah, kind of. I thought it was a cool little feat.
Yeah, that is something you can use now if you like.
All right. I choose to drop it down and then call it back to me right before it hits, or where maybe just when it hits. I'm just assuming it's very durable and it'll be fine.
Okay.
This old rickety lantern.
So you drop it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you call it back up.
Mm-hmm.
And as it comes back up, you notice that it has like this brown sort of slime attached to it.
Ooh.
Roughly about the size of a person. And as it comes up, the slime begins to move and reaches towards you.
Oh, shit.
Everybody roll initiative.
Throw it back. Roll initiative. All right. Now this is when we have to click on our characters and do the shield and sword thing.
Yes.
Right click.
Right click.
Shield and sword.
Shield and sword.
Game Master, do you mind doing that for me? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Thank you.
Roll. Let's see how it turns out.
Nothing happens when I click on my shield and sword thing.
I rolled like shit too.
No, it does. If you go into the
Toggle
cross
combat
icon in the upper right hand corner.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, LoJack, here it is.
Still number one with a 13.
Oof, a 12.
All right.
We've all rolled terrible initiative rolls.
Yep. Everybody's bunk ass initiative.
Let's see.
If anybody could make fire at the top of this grate, this would be a really good time to do that.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
1
But-
second.
I feel like the slime won't like it. Hero pointed.
You're metagaming. What do we got? Do I have any
Let's see. Where?
Oh, do we have anybody have any lamp oil?
I think I actually might.
1 second.
Oh, I'm wearing a dueling cape. On guard.
There we go.
I do not.
You do not on guard?
Oh, no, I don't have a fucking lamp oil.
Okay. Oh, well.
I have a fucking torch and a flint, but no lamp oil.
All right. First to go is the slimy creature that Eric is literally dangling from his lantern right now. And let's see. There we go.
Is the lantern, has it come out of the grate or is it?
Yeah.
Oh. So he's holding his lantern over the pit and there's like this sludge guy like, hey, I live in my car. Like that?
Yeah. There we go. Finally. Let's see. Sorry, I had to.
It's a David Chauffeur ooze monster.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the one adult man with Maltine gods.
Now,
It
which
will-
one is attached to my thing? Is that Goop Doggy Dog or Icky Minaj?
Those are-
Oh, it's Goop Doggy Dog. He will attack you.
Doggy, dog.
Where are the turd people in the fucking...
Wow, Brian.
What?
Herd people.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah.
It will
I stand by it.
strike. It rolls a 19.
That's bad.
Shh. It rolls a 19. Shh. It's around the corner. Remember that from elementary school? You get away with saying shit.
Who would say shit?
Oh.
Hey, my AC is 19. Does it miss?
No, it hit it. Let's see.
Don't do.
Eric takes 9 points of damage.
Owie!
What variety of damage? What happens to him?
A bit of it reaches out and like sticks onto him, and you hear a sizzling sound as acid burns through his clothes.
Shit! Piss! That burns like the dickens.
It's a
Goddamn.
It's a shit squeegee kid. Just sprays you with acid.
Let's see.
Can I offer it $5 to not wash me?
Oh no! It still rolls to attack your car window. Don't you know squeegee kids get an attack of opportunity?
Next, it will. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it hits almost everyone.
Where the fuck is it?
Yeah, I don't see it. Is
I
it
don't see
on
my
the screen?
Yeah.
It's
There
like
we
do.
Is that
Right
it?
here.
Oh, there is that.
That's
Where's
it?
it?
Yep. All right, and so
This is the other one up here, right?
Yeah.
let's see.
God damn.
So
shit,
I will
people.
need Tantrum and Misatsu and Lojack and Snatch to all give me a reflex save.
Flex. Doosh.
All right, reflex save. Here we go. Oh my God, critical fail on my reflex. I think I'll take a mulligan.
Okay.
I got a 21. That's pretty good reflexes.
Yeah, I'll take that shit.
14. Fuck, nice.
27. That's
I'm
right.
basically playing the fucking hand slap game with this thing right now.
Okay, so Tantrum rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Misatsu rolled a
26.
26. Lojack rolls a 27. I'll roll for a Lilith.
Thank you.
Reflex. Oops. There we go. 15. Which is really low for her because she rolled a
Actual
6.
Oh,
I think a +9. Okay.
Let's see. So,
How many hit points does Lilith Vindicta have?
a decent amount.
Okay.
Okay.
But
We're at about 55 minutes into
Never
the episode.
ask a woman her
wait.
hit points.
Lilith's not in the radius. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Okay.
So this ooze stores like toxic debris, and it just releases an explosion of it. It just
Never fought an ooze.
and is a toxic acidic debris in a 20-foot diameter, which is 2 squares in every direction.
Fuck, why'd we all have to look down this hole?
That's our
Let's see.
curiosity.
I have a question, Game Master.
Yeah.
Why has my character multiplied? There's 2 low jacks.
There are.
That's weird. Let's see.
Look, we don't need tech support.
There we go.
Okay. Thank you.
So let's see. One.
All right. So we've been burned with acid and splashed with toxic debris.
Okay. Everybody who failed, which was Tantrum, and I think it was just Tantrum. What did LoJack get? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
27.
You take 2 points of damage.
No.
All right.
It's not that bad.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like it. It's like when fish nibble on the dead skin of your feet when you put them in a river.
Also, you get minus 10-foot penalty to move.
Come on.
Oh, no.
Well, 15 because it's difficult terrain. If you had critically failed, it would have just knocked you prone and creeped over top of you. But
It seems. It seems. It means it's the blob. Hey, everybody, it's the blob.
you can spend an action, Tommy,
Yeah.
to sort of clean yourself off, and for every action you spend, the move penalty is reduced by 5 feet.
Okay.
And it's for a minute, that penalty.
Okay.
How much can I do it in one turn if I have the amazing cleaning properties of OxyClean with me?
It's a free action. But
Yes.
the creature has 1 action left, and it keeps it fairly simple. It will attack. Snatch again,
Thank you.
but this time at a minus 5 penalty.
Map 5, what do you got?
He rolls an 18,
Oh,
Shit.
which is
Yeah, you're
not
not.
a hit.
Nice.
I mean,
okay.
good.
All right. Well done. Next is Icky Minaj.
Uh-oh.
Where is she? Let's see. And what is her speed? It is not good. She is not very good. Let's see.
I like to call her Speed 2 cruise control then.
5, 10,
Because she's not very good.
Yeah.
20,
I like to call her the dark
25.
backward.
30.
It's a great movie.
That's not great.
Actually, she'll move here. No. 20, 25, 30. All right. Next is Masatsu Snyder.
All right. I think it's probably that. So I'm just gonna move right behind the one garbage and fecals, and I'm gonna shocking
That's-
grasp the turds.
Are you going to cast Shocking Grasp?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to cast shocking grasp on this acidic blob of stuff.
Roll to hit.
I'm assuming. Am I gonna take damage for doing this? I wonder.
No. I wonder if it will damage anyone else.
Oh really?
Roll to hit.
No, just roll to hit. Just roll to hit. Here it goes.
I'm gonna take a Who's
0
it's on
points.
that?
Okay.
No, you hit.
Oh, I
Oh,
hit.
nice. Okay.
Okay.
As you bring your shocking hand towards it,
Mm-hmm.
the goop sort of recoils away from it, and you fry the hell out of it. You actually start doing damage almost before you even touch it.
What is the attack that you just did?
And I'll do a damage roll?
Shocking grasp.
You know what? I do want to redo that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
2d12 and he gets a 6. Oh, yeah. Oh, he got a 13. That's more like it.
1 second. Sewer. All right. And what did you get that time?
13 on the second one.
Okay. And
Second hit.
all right.
What happens?
That hurt. And it will eat all of that.
Eat it.
You have one action left.
Cool. Hey, so with my last action, could I use electric arc on it?
Oh, yes.
Electric arc is 2 actions.
That's okay. Well, my final action, I'm just gonna fucking whack it.
All right, hit it at map -5.
Come on. Hit that
He gets a
goop.
15.
15.
That's a hit.
Nice.
That goop.
For 4. I need to get a better fucking melee weapon.
All right. -4.
You
All
whipped
right.
out your shit knife.
Yeah.
You carved it up so it'll fit back in the grate.
Next is LoJack's turn.
Well, well, well. Look what we have here. A blob of brown slime. You know, I've seen a lot of lowlifes in my time, but I think you take the cake. What are you supposed to be? Some kind of failed experiment gone wrong? You just crawl out of a sewer somewhere? You're not giving me the shivers. I faced down some pretty tough characters in my time. Thugs with fists like hammers. Dames with knives in their stockings. Crooked cops. But you're just a slimy mess. And you think you're pretty tough, squelching around like you own this place. But let me tell you something, slime ball. You might be able to ooze your way out of some scrapes, but when it comes down to it, you don't stand a chance against me and the rest of the screws. Why don't you just crawl back whatever hole you came from? Leave this work to the professionals. We're not afraid of a little slime. I'm going to devise a stratagem and do a strategic strike on this thing.
Okay. So you spend an action and roll a d20.
Yep. And at that, I will do just by just clicking R/1d20.
/R space 1d20.
/R space 1d20. Here we go. That's a 17.
Okay. So you know that if you try to hit it, your roll will be a 17.
Okay. I will hit with that roll.
All right. So are you going to move and hit it with your sword, or are you going to shoot it from where you are?
You know, I believe I will do more damage with my Aldori dueling sword, so I will move.
You don't think it's advantageous to shoot the shit?
Hey!
I'm gonna move into tactical range and attack with my Aldori dueling sword.
Okay. Strategic strike means you use the 17.
Correct. And so
plus
now I do
your to hit bonus, which is
plus my to hit bonus, which is another 1d6 if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. It's a +2
Okay.
because you have +2 to strike with your Alduri dueling sword.
Okay. So I'm going to my actions. I'm going to my Aldori dueling sword,
Yeah.
and I'm going to hit damage.
Well, you're going to hit damage.
Did it do it?
All right. Yes.
Okay.
And you did 3.
What?
You would have done far more because it was a strategic strike,
Yeah.
but it is immune to precision damage as it does not have internal organs.
Oh. Well then, fuck it.
Next is Snatch's turn.
Oh, I know it fucking is. So, I'm gonna go shine a little light on this fucking turd and exploit his vulnerability, and then with the finely tuned weapon in hand, strike down upon him with great anger and furious vengeance. Here we go. That's gonna hero point, and we're gonna try that one more time because I don't.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a 10 hitting? I don't. Think so.
Yes. Its armor class is low, and you're flanking.
Nice. Well, then let's do that, and let's roll the damage. 4. God, that means I rolled a fucking 1.
All right.
I'll do that, and then with my final action, I guess I'll hit him with a map 5. Let's do that.
Score.
He rolls
13.
That is also a hit.
And then we'll do that again. God damn it.
Another 4 damage.
I rolled double 1s for damage.
Hey.
Awesome. But I did
Every
8
little bit
damage
helps.
overall.
It's like a public radio pledge drive, Eric.
4.
You do your part, and when everybody does their part together,
All
we get
right.
the job done.
Next is Tantrum.
So now everybody should have the exploit vulnerability on because they're 2 of the same thing. So you should have a plus to...
So you have a what do we have now? We have, what is it, a plus to what?
I think it's a plus to hit.
Yeah, I believe...
Exploit vulnerability. You can scour your experience to learn, identify that something might repel your foe. You retrieve an object from your esoterica with the appropriate supernatural qualities. You remember a creature's weakness as you empower. Okay, so on a success, you recall an important fact about the creature, learning its weakness but not its other, learning its highest weakness. Its highest weakness is electricity.
Got it. I think we kind of knew that. Oh, who's breathing with me right now?
Get some music to play. Found instrumental for breathe.
It's just sucking more of Eric's bandwidth.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem to be. Maybe I don't have enough bandwidth because I'm doing all this sharing and everything. Anyway,
And we'll probably get flagged.
Yeah.
all right. So anyway, Tantrum's gonna be like, stay away from my friends, you duties. And he goes, sparks start to fly from his hands and throws an electric arc that I'm gonna try to hit the 2 of the guys with.
Okay.
2 of the shit turds.
That's a reflex save, right? Yep.
Yep, it's a reflex save.
Difficulty 18, it looks like. All right, let's see how their reflexes
Read the
do.
pressure.
Oh, their reflex saves are not high. Let's see. Let's see. Number 1. He rolls really well, but he still fails. Number 2 also rolls really well, but still fails. All right. Go ahead and roll your electric arc damage.
Oh, here we go. There it is. Aren't you rolling?
Bad pill, man.
Here we go.
Oh!
Ooh, nice. Maximum
Max.
damage.
8 damage to both of them.
And then with my last action, I want to use prestidigitation. It's a 2 action.
Yep.
I'll wipe off some goop.
Okay. That'll increase your speed by 5.
Actually,
right.
you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cast the 1 action shield.
Oh, good.
Hand to my temple.
Let's see.
Like Charles Xavier. You go away, why me now? You go away, why me now?
Next is Goop Doggy Dog. And he is going to open with a filth wave. Oh no, he can only do it once per minute.
I've got hit by one of those when I was driving my son to soccer practice.
Goop doggy dog, you need to get a jobby job.
Imagine a Goop Doggy Dog and Barfa Stewart.
All right, so he's just gonna attack because he spent his sewer ooze poop explosion for the minute, apparently.
We've all been there.
They call it the Ashley at any sheets on 83.
Well, I'll have you know, I couldn't find the sheets on 83, so it was out in.
Goodness.
Fuck you.
Uh,
Also, BMX.
I'll have you know, Eric,
Yeah.
that it was 1 point away from a critical.
A shitical shit.
Wow. So you take 6.
All right. I'm feeling kind of squishy over here, boys.
Next, it will attack Misatsu at a -5.
Hey, remember last season when we rolled the shit in that ogre's hands? And then we rolled a 20 and it was a critical shit?
Yeah. That was a critical shot.
Misatsu.
Uh-huh.
It just barely misses you.
All right.
Next, it is going to attack Lojack because it likes variety.
Oh, boy.
It's at a map -10, though. That's a 3. Is your
You
AC
missed me.
higher than 3?
The last time I checked, it was.
All right.
It missed
So
him and then he
now-
dipped his finger in the pile of it. It was like, tastes like sewage.
So next is Icky Minaj, who will attack. I need reflex saves from. Wait a minute. Hold on. Lilith Vindicta. She gets to go.
Okay. Do you mind doing me a solid?
Sure.
Teeth.
What do you want to do?
Is that what you asked? You beg your butthole when you sit down to shit?
You're
Nice.
laughing, but
Just
my
this
butthole's
one.
been better than Eric's. You might want to ask him these.
Just once.
That's pretty good. I'm begging you, please, do me a solid. Just this once.
God damn.
If no one says that, I am.
Anyways, Dorian, do you have any suggestions on what I should attempt, like in this situation? Because how many people are down? Is it just Eric?
Eric's not even down. He's
Yeah,
just
okay.
taking a lot of damage.
I'm fine. I got another one in me.
So your sneak attack is based on something called precision damage,
Okay.
which means you do the extra damage because you catch them unaware and you're able to strike a vital organ.
But we've already learned that they're immune to precision
Yes.
damage because they're
They're-
amorphous blobs of shit.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're better off probably just moving and attacking.
Okay.
I wish I had audio of like sleep audio of just Aaron saying amorphous blobs of shit over
Amorphous
and over again.
blobs of shit.
A new podcast from our first guest, Chris Christie. So what you could do is you could get on the other side of it And you could flank one of these two with one of your companions. So if you were to say go here or here, but that would take you 2 actions because it's difficult terrain.
Well, let's do 1 action. But does that mean that I should take one of my peers with me?
They can't move on your turn though. But LoJack is already here. So if you move here, you're already flanking.
Okay, let's do that, please.
All right.
Alexander Rigel said, if Tommy, Eric, and Ashley ever have solid shits at the same time, y'all should play the lottery.
And would you like to attack?
Yes.
It was foretold in Deuteronomy.
That is a hit.
All right. Here comes the damage.
All right. Lilith Vindicta, you managed to kill Goop Doggy Dog.
Yes. Listeners, that's 1 turd ball down. Time to go.
Bow, wow, wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay, bow, wow,
All
right,
those were...
some poo in my hand. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Next is Icky Minaj. And Icky Minaj will do her shit explosion.
Oh, my only guess is that she's twerking as she does.
Oh, this little duty chunks flying up above.
Wow, that's a crazy image. Yeah.
And she's like,
I'd like to throw an array of cash up to protect me.
ass duty.
Icky Minaj. Let's see. Lilith Vindicta will need a reflex save, and so will Snatch.
Okay.
Right.
Don't you hate it when you get shit and you snatch? That's why you don't wipe back the front.
I haven't been able to wipe the right way ever since the accident.
Okay, you both make your reflex saves.
Woo!
Well done.
Thank you.
Let's see.
That's some Laughfinder.
As I make the reflex save, I go and start humming the song, the tequila, and then start doing like the Pee Wee Herman dance to avoid the shit.
All right. It will attack Lilith Vindicta.
Ah, man, another attack of the shits. All right.
You killed his friend. He's taking it personal.
My least favorite Star Wars.
That was almost a critical, but it was not.
Ashley, we actually decided to fight these shit goblins so that you could get some closure.
Lilith takes 5 points of acid damage as it tries its best to dissolve her.
I hope they're part of a gang called the Irritable Bowel Syndicate.
That's pretty good.
Actually, I call it cronies disease.
Yeah, these are just its cronies.
It will try to dissolve you some more because it's having success with that.
Go for it.
It misses though.
Pop, pop, fizz, fizz, little.
So it will go.
You
It
what?
will go back to dissolving Snatch.
I said I'm like a piece of corn.
I'd like to cast peanut armor on myself.
All right, that is its turn. It is Misatsu's turn next.
Are you there, Brian? Are you frozen?
Oh shit! No, sorry, I am there. I frozen, man. That's right. I just zoned out for a second. So what I'm gonna do, is can I hit it from here with fucking electric arc?
30 foot.
Yeah, 30 foot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna.
All right, so it has to make a reflex save.
Yep. It's 14.
It just wait. Your reflex save is what?
14. His is 14.
Yeah, mine's 14.
Oh, it's because you are
I guess
not like a dedicated wizard.
Yeah, it's because I do spells and attacking.
Yeah. Well, it just barely makes it. So roll your damage, and he'll take half. Okay.
0.5.
Okay, so that's 2 actions, and you have 1 action left.
Well, actual shit. You know what? I'm just gonna hold that last one. That was a big old non-starter there.
All right. Next is LoJack.
Alrighty. Well, my last strategic strike didn't work very well, but it does give me the opportunity to roll and decide whether or not I want to use that as my attack roll.
Yep, that's
I
correct.
guess that's a plus. Okay, I'm going to do that again.
All right.
So I'll just do the old 1d20 slash r space 1d20. All right.
Yep.
Slash r space 1d20. Ooh, that's a 5.
Yep.
So I'm going to choose not to use that as my attack roll.
Well, it happens the next time. It happens whenever you attack that thing. So one thing that you would do is if you had 2 things, you could be like, I devised a stratagem and that's a 5 if I attack that one. So I'm going to attack this other one and I get to re-roll.
Oh, okay. So there's not, it's since this is the only one left.
Yeah.
So that's my attack roll?
That's your attack roll. That's your first attack roll.
Oh. Well, that's a miss. I will do map -5, I guess, with my Aldori dueling sword.
You're out of range.
Oh, it moved?
Well, there were 2. The one near you is
this
dead.
is the other one. Oh, I see. The other one. Okay, well, I'll use my double-barreled pistol. How about that?
Okay.
With
I will bring up one thing. Since these 2 people are right here, they give it an armor class bonus.
Oh.
So what you could do is you could. No, that wouldn't work either because you still put a 5. But yeah, you could try to hit it from where you are. It'll just incur further penalties.
I can't move to an area where they're not blocking my shot?
You can, but then you would have to use the 5 because it's your first attack.
Oh, I see. All right, I'm just going to do map -5 minus whatever his bonus is.
Okay.
And this is
so your first attack is a 5 plus your ranged attack damage. Ranged attack, which is +6. Oh, I forgot. That hits it.
Oh, I'll take it.
Nice.
So that was with my double-barreled pistol. And so now I hit damage. Listeners, that's 1d4 piercing damage. It's a 3.
All right. And yeah, so it would
Do
take
the bullets
a second.
just like sink into it, like?
Yeah. And since it is a double-barreled,
Yeah.
you can attack again without respending an action to reload, but
Okay,
you have
good.
to reload again next time. But you can attack it right now.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm going to do. Map -5 again?
Duh.
Well, this would be map -5
All right.
because your first attack doesn't have a multiple attack penalty. So this one is map -5.
6.
That is a miss.
All right.
All right. Next is Snatch.
Is this big piece of slime still alive in front of me, or?
Yep. This one
No.
right here.
Oh, I got to get into range of that one to go whack-a-doodle. Oh no, he's right there. Yeah. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and just go ahead and strike at this jabron, as my cohort Brian would say.
It's true.
Gonna do a little plus strike 7. 21.
That's a nice roll. 21, listeners.
That's a critical.
Yes, I rolled a 2 finally.
But that's
All right.
bigger damage because it's a critical hit.
So that's 10.
Nice. Is that thing still gelatinously moving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's still alive.
We'll do a map 5 on him then. 13.
It's a hit.
Damage 7. Boop, 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 boop. Woo!
Boom. You're hacking away at Nicki Minaj.
With my final action, I'm not going to take a map 10, but I will probably down myself a little potion of healing, as I'm not feeling that great. I will...
You feel like shit?
Yeah, I'm not feeling...
Treated like shit.
Oh, you motherfucker want to step up? Let's do that. All right, I gained 4 points back.
All right. Next is Tantrum.
All right. I've been thinking about this. Now, I took a feat called Warp Space. That's a passive thing. It takes no extra actions, but I can choose any spot within line of sight in 30 feet for my spell to originate from. It's basically like I'm warping space from where I am to hit it at from a different trajectory. Mm-hmm. So that way I don't have to move.
Wait. You wouldn't have to move anyway.
Oh, okay. And then I'm going to do Unleash Psyche since I attacked last round. So I'm like, It's like a little Super Saiyan thing, like, and lightning's going all around his body and his eyes, and he has like fucking his hair's like, and then I'll do another. What is this Thunderstone? Hold on. What is this thing? Oh, never mind. And then I will. Where's my magic? Spell casting. I'll do Electric Arc again.
Okay, it makes a reflex save. What is your difficulty?
18.
It critically failed.
Okay.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. So now I deal 1d4 plus 4 plus 2. So it's because I add 2 extra because
you unleashed your psyche.
Yeah. So that'll be 6 plus another 2, 8.
So 16.
Yeah. So, and it comes from like a weird. No. Yeah, I want to use the warp thing.
Okay.
So it comes from like the other side.
He just bent the spell.
That's instant transmission.
Snatch and Lilith are both covered in slime as it literally explodes onto them.
Yeah!
I did it! I did. Oh, you
guys! This has been a hell of a battle. Well, Moonberries, it looks like we showed these 2 blobs of slime who's boss. Nothing quite like the feeling of a hard-fought victory. Yeah, they put up a decent fight, but when it comes down to it, they were no match for the Screws. We might be a little rough around the edges, but we know how to handle ourselves in a fight. It wasn't easy, though. Those blobs of slime had some tricks up their slimy sleeves, but we were ready for them. We dodged and weaved and ducked and dodged, and just when they thought they had us, we came back with a vengeance. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like the feeling of landing that final blow, watching those blobs of slime dissolve into nothing but a puddle of goo all over our friends' faces.
Oh,
Knowing
yeah?
that we're the ones that brought them down. It's a rush like no other. Of course, there's always another challenge waiting just around the corner. And that's the nature of this game we call life. But for now, we're going to savor this victory, listeners. Moonberries, we're going to enjoy the sweet taste of success, because who knows when the next battle will come. And when it does, you can bet the Screws are going to be ready for it. On the next exciting episode of Laughfinder.
Guys, it's good to be. It's good to be back. Good
Yeah,
to be back.
I'm good. By the way,
good
before I
role-playing.
forget,
Yeah.
that's another 60 XP.
Okay.
I just closed out of the thing. Oh, hold on.
All right.
I just count on Brian to keep track. That's all.
110.
There we are.
110. All right, we're there.
See how easy that was?
All right. So tomorrow I am at tomorrow. So listen to this. Tomorrow I'm driving to Annapolis to pick up. I'm picking up Kyle Render's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take her to a show in DC because she wanted to go to a show to see how they're run.
Okay.
So, so she lives in Annapolis, and then I got to go to DC. It's not that far. Right?
Is this like the beginning to Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Where you have to take massage? You're going to end up with a needle in her breastbone.
Eric, I'm taking her to your place right now. You do not bring that fucking drugged out bitch here.
So tomorrow I'll be at Public Bar in DC. And then this Friday, we're doing cult comedy. Eric, Ashley, and I, along with Ty, that Ty girl. I don't remember her last name. What's Ty's name? Gooseman.
Luis, daughter of Luis Guzman.
That's what I got going this week. Brian, what do you got coming up?
Well, you can catch myself and the one and only Valkyrie this Friday at Zismo's Ghosted. You're going to do doing 5 minutes of comedy. I think you're going to be doing 5 minutes that someone else wrote for you, and we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see if people will be talking to me after the show. I'm kidding. And then you can also catch all of us. Shit.
Come on, you got it.
March 5th?
The 5th.
At Roughhead is... Oh, thank God, it is the 5th. I'm doing something else.
No. It's 4th. It's 4th, right? It's a Saturday.
It's the 4th.
Saturday
yes.
is the 5th, right?
Saturday is the 5th.
Sunday.
No, wait.
Saturday, I'm looking at a calendar.
Saturday is the 4th. Oh.
March 5th is a Saturday.
I know because...
March 4th is a Saturday.
4th is a Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm doing something on the 3rd, I think. Jesus.
Okay.
Or someone's going to be buying one of my tickets to go see the Jizza.
Ashley, what do you got coming up?
I will be at, O'Sullivan's on Thursday, which is the 23rd, for Heckler's Ball, obviously cult classic with you guys. And then, I'll see everybody March 4th.
Yeah, guys, don't miss that. It's going to be all of us doing comedy on the 4th in Waynesboro, PA. Right?
It's going to be a good show.
It's going to be a great fucking show.
That's Ashley's hometown. It's always a live show in terms of not just being live, but it's like a live crowd. They're usually very respectful.
And there's a Rutter's on the way, so you can stop and get buffalo eggs as well.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, buffalo hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Hey, do you know how much this motherfucker loves buffalo hard-boiled egg? He gave me a hard-boiled egg like out of a bag of wetness like this. He was like, "Here you go," and I took a bite and I was like, I got like the skin of a yolk off of it, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good." He was like, "Okay, now give me the rest back, please." I was like, "What?" I was like, "I didn't even get it." And he was just like, "Listen, that's it." And they made me hand him back the rest of this buffalo hard-boiled egg.
There's also
but it was delicious.
Boozy slushies at the Rudders too.
They're great.
Yeah, They really are great. So, but what do you got coming up, Eric?
All the same shit that you're on, Thomas, I'm also on. But definitely check out the Laughfinder show, the Laughfinder Takeover show, Waynesboro, Rough Edges Brewing. $10. It's me. It's everybody that makes jokes on this podcast. You get everybody but Aaron Henkin, but I've made a cardboard cutout that you can also, of Aaron, that for $5 you can fuck it in the mouth if you'd like.
There's a little soundboard attached to it. You can push buttons in and get me to say little things.
Screws.
Yeah.
Screws.
Yeah, screws.
When you pull out, it goes, "That was some good gelatinous goo."
Now you got your screws.
So come check us out. It's going to be a great show.
Aaron, what do you got coming up?
I am going to be hiding behind the orifice in my cardboard cutout at your comedy show. I do another podcast, listeners. It's called the Maryland Curiosity Bureau, where I sit in. Actually, this is pretty close to sitting in a giant puddle of shit. This episode was about the Baltimore City bus system. So I spent the day like riding around on this woman's bus commute with her, just trying to get to and from work and sort of experiencing what that commute was like for her. So you can tune in and find out if and when we ever made it to our destination. How's that for a plug? Maryland Curiosity Bureau, wherever you get your podcasts.
And last but not least, Dorian, what do you got coming up?
I am going to be on the Ghosted show with Brian Preston. And then on March 4th, I am going to be at the show with the rest of the Laughfinder crew.
It's going to be such a good fucking show. It's going to be so good. Now,
I'm
this
very
Ghosted
excited.
show, what's the deal with this Ghosted show?
Or it's 2 comics, right? And they each do 5 minutes of their own stuff. Then one of them rates 5 minutes to the other one that they don't see beforehand. They just get up. So you do 5 minutes, and then you do the 5 minutes the other person wrote.
Yeah, kind of like what Colin Jost and Michael Che did to each other.
Oh, okay. Now, do you know which comic you're giving 5 minutes to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you already, are you guys
Yeah.
switching sets?
We're not.
Oh, okay. Do you already have your stuff written?
I do not. I'm going to be writing for Michael Furr and vice versa.
Okay. Make him say a bunch of stuff that Michael Furr wouldn't say. Like an opposing political viewpoint. Like, you know who's a real...
Hey, the opening line, hey, my name is Michael Furr, and I'm super straight.
Yeah. You know who's a real zaddy? Is Tucker Carlson.
You know what I can't get enough of? This pussy stuff. Have you heard of it?
I like the original Tucker Carlson when he was in Silence of the Lambs.
I don't think I'm allowed to make someone. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, that's it this week. Let's see who else I saw. Chuck Alexander, Dakota, Kelsey Swingle. Bunch of you guys had real funny stuff going on in the chat. But, yeah, and the rest of the chat on Twitch was blowing up. I mean, we can't even get to all the names on there. But I want to thank you guys, and as always, may all your hits be critical. May your strike be tried and true. May all your fails be minimal, but nothing lower than a 2. We love you, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.